Hey there, pirates. Welcome aboard the Anime No Mi channel. Today we're going to talk about how the day Zoro inherits Mihawk's sword is approaching. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want. Guys, Zoro is just a few steps away from achieving his dream of becoming the greatest swordsman in the world. But for that moment to arrive, it may not be enough for him to simply become the strongest of all. He might also need to defeat the one who holds that title, and he will need a sword that matches his power. And more exciting than him acquiring swords throughout the arcs of secondary characters, it would be very interesting if he inherited this sword from an important character who is also significant to him. Imagine if he could do this by defeating Mihawk, and if Mihawk ended up losing his life, and Zoro could inherit his sword as a representation of his new position. How would that be? How powerful is Mihawk today, and how useful would his sword be in Zoro's hands? All these questions will be answered in today's video. Until its recent dissolution, the Shichibukai represented one of the most formidable political forces in One Piece. Their ranks included notorious pirates who offered their services to the world government in exchange for having their bounties frozen. There were a total of 11 known pirates who held the title, and the first to be introduced was Dracule Mihawk. Mihawk, also known by the epithet Hawk Eyes, is famous for being the strongest swordsman in the world of One Piece. He is one of the few pirates in the series who prefers to operate alone and did not have a crew. However, this did not prove to be a significant disadvantage. Mihawk was introduced as the man who, on his own, decimated the entire fleet of the notorious East Blue pirate, Don Krieg. Mihawk later revealed that he attacked Krieg's fleet in the Grand Line and chased them back to the East Blue just to kill time. And he easily defeated Zoro and cut Krieg's main ship in half before leaving on his own. And we know that the weapon the hidden Yonko always uses is the enormous black sword Yoru, which is taller than Mihawk himself, and the first supreme grade sword introduced. He tends to wield it with both hands. Mihawk's impeccable swordsmanship results from several factors. Mihawk possesses immense strength and superhuman speed, as well as incredible reflexes. He also has excellent vision, able to accurately aim at Luffy amidst an active battlefield. Using Yoru in battle, Mihawk can cut through large ships or icebergs with ease. The compressed air released as a result of these strikes can travel great distances. Mihawk is also capable of incredibly precise blade work. He can alter the trajectory of bullets or cut multiple moving cannonballs in half. Mihawk regularly coats Yoru with armament haki to make it even stronger, a technique he eventually taught Zoro. The source of Mihawk's power is unknown, though it is implied that he achieved his strength as a result of natural talent, rather than the power of a devil fruit. Mihawk is also known for his intelligence, and is particularly good at detecting potential in people. He was one of the first to identify Luffy's charisma as his greatest asset. Despite being seen fighting several times, measuring Mihawk's strength is difficult because he almost always has the upper hand against those he fights, and he is one of the few characters who has never suffered damage at any point in the series. Of course, this fact alone speaks to Mihawk's terrifying skill. Mihawk was probably the strongest member of the Shichibukai. The best indication of Mihawk's strength is that he was a longtime rival of the Yonko Shanks, also a swordsman, before Shanks lost an arm. The fact that Mihawk was once Shanks' rival means he rivals a Yonko in power. Not only that, but he has now become a hidden Yonko, being one of the leaders of Cross Guild, allowing Buggy to become the Yonko so that the Marines wouldn't focus their efforts on him. And now, with the objectives of the Cross Guild aligning directly with those of the Straw Hats, a battle will eventually happen, especially between Mihawk and Zoro. This is because defeating him is Zoro's life goal, and his absence would leave that dream unfulfilled. Mihawk is known as the world's strongest swordsman because of his unparalleled skill with the sword. Mihawk's swordsmanship is extremely versatile. He can create powerful air slashes capable of destroying massive ships and large icebergs at great distances using the strong blade technique, and he can deflect bullets with masterful and graceful precision using the gentle blade technique. Even Zoro himself admitted that, even after training with Mihawk, he is still far from Mihawk's level of skill as a swordsman, further attesting to Mihawk's combat and fighting prowess. Mihawk's special sword Yoru could be passed on to Zoro after his death. After all, we know that besides the battle between Mihawk and Zoro, a battle where Mihawk and Zoro fight together could also happen. Recently, we discovered that Mihawk held a title similar to Zoro's. He was known as a pirate hunter, but unlike the Straw Hat Swordsman, he was called a marine hunter. This shows that he has a direct rivalry with those who follow the orders of the world nobles, and at this moment, we can imagine that the Cross Guild might join forces with Luffy, Shanks, and all those who will oppose the wishes of Imu-sama. Vegapunk revealed that the final battle is about to happen, all because of the ancient weapons that, according to his words, we will soon see the powers used in the past when the Great Kingdom was destroyed being used again. And this could cause the world to be submerged in water. At this moment, we can imagine that everyone who has ever had contact with Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates might unite to try to end the Marines' plans once and for all. And this could lead to Zoro and Mihawk fighting together against great enemies, such as facing the Great Elder Swordsman, Ethan Baron Fate Nusjuro. We know that this great war is coming to One Piece very soon, and it would certainly be interesting to have some major losses in the story, among them the great swordsman himself. Yoru is one of the strongest swords in the world, classified as one of the 12 supreme grade swords. It is a black blade that currently belongs to Dracula Mihawk, the strongest swordsman in the world. We might also discover more about Mihawk's history, as we don't know if his sword has always been of supreme grade, or if it became one due to the swordsman's abilities.
次世代の申し子の命。
あんな強えのと戦ってる場合じゃねえ。いや、セカンド。
After all, we've seen that swords like Odin's Enma can evolve in power and become supreme grade. So, perhaps Mihawk's power caused the sword to evolve. We could also learn more about his previous battles with Shanks, all of this near the end when he would leave Zoro with his sword. And why would he leave someone who constantly tries to defeat him to inherit his legacy? All because Zoro was trained by Mihawk, being the only one who inherited his combat style, and because Mihawk recognized in Zoro someone who had a willpower similar to his own, even setting aside his pride to protect his friends. But what do you think about this? Will Zoro inherit Mihawk's sword? That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.